Good evening, I'm Mr. Theater, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Theater Reacts. This is part 3 of my reaction to the Bicycle Classics games. Well, Bicycle Classics Solitaire games to be exact. Last episode I looked at the hard games, and tonight we're going to look at the medium games. Games that can hardly be won and hardly lost. In other words, it's not too easy, not too hard. And I should know that I will review the easy games in my next episode. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the medium games of the Bicycle Solitaire collection. I'm Mr. Theater, and it's reaction time. Now, I'm already set up. And just like the last episode, I won't play the whole games of all of them. I'm just going to play some of it just to give you a sense of how it works. First medium game is, oh, here's a familiar name, Auld Lang Syne. That's a song name, right? Now it looks like the same as Tam O'Shanter, except all the aces are up. I don't see any twos anywhere. Oh, now I do. So I might not get any cards up in this because the twos were somewhere buried below. Next game is Busy Aces. I like the name of that. This one is another double-decker game. And why is this called Busy Aces? Well, I'll explain later. Right now, oh, I already placed it on a 7. The object of the game is to get all the cards up, and now you see why it's called Busy Aces. The aces are automatic, or the computer automatically puts the aces in the home spaces. And you have to double click on the cards to get them back to their home spaces. So the computer does the aces for you, so that's, I guess that sounds helpful. Now, for the cards you don't need, aside from putting them in the waste pile, you can also put them on the tab blue piles and stack them up. Now, for example, we put a Queen of Hearts on the King of Hearts, and not Queen on Clubs on King of Spades. It won't work, nor will Jack of Clubs on Queen of Hearts, so it has to be the matching suit. And any card can go on an empty space. It doesn't have to be just a king. Oh, right. It's not up yet. Okay, This is probably one of the double-decker games that goes pretty fast. All the aces are up, but I have nowhere else to go. So we'll move on to the next medium game, chessboard. It's another... For some reason, it kind of reminds me of Bicycle Castle, because you have to... Except all the aces are not up yet. You have to get them in yourself, and you have to put a 4 of diamonds on it. 5 of diamonds. I would rather have that be in the heart section instead of Oh, sorry, excuse me, it says beleaguered castle. Anyways, I wish chessboard was in the hard section instead of beleaguered castle, because beleaguered castle looks more simple. Now we'll move on to the next game, deuces. And this, instead of the aces, all the deuces are up. Now, why, you ask? Well, in some card games, 2s are the lowest and aces are the highest, so this is one of the many card games where the aces... I repeat, this is one of the many card games where one little thing is worth a lot. Other examples would be poker, hearts, and blackjack, I guess. I could be wrong. I'll go there because I have more cards to put in the home space. If I can find the right 3. And I guess I do now. Now all I have to do is find the right 4, unless I have it buried in the waste pile. Alright, I have one section complete, but I still have 74 more cards to put in the home space. I wish I could do the rest, but I have to. But right now, I'd like to move on to the next game, Fortress. Let's see what that has to offer. Okay, it looks to be the same as chessboard. I can't tell these two apart because they both have the same structure as before. Let's just move on to the next game. La Belle Lucie. I think that's how you say it. I like this better than chessboard and Fortress because it's more simple and you actually get second chances if you run out of moves. I guess I can leave some cards behind because, like I said, I might have a second chance. Okay. Oh, correction. There's more than one second chance. I call this a second chance, or is it a third chance? I forget which. And I still have 40 more cards to put in. You know what, I'm just going to move on to the next game. Maria. My lovely Maria. This looks to be the same as 40 Thieves, except, you know that in Solitaire you have to put a black card on a red card in order to move it around the board? When in 40 Thieves you have to like the 10 of clubs on a jack of clubs, for example. So it's kind of 40 Thieves in a different style or different direction. Well, maybe I could move the 8 over here so I can wait for a 2 of diamonds. Whoops. First I'm careless with the empty spaces, now I'm careless with the start button. I play 40 Thieves more often than Maria. I don't know why. Well, looky here. 80 more cards to put up. Although I don't know if I will make it. There's a good combination, and all the aces are already up, but 65 more cards to deal with. Well, at least I had a good run there. Alright, let's move on to the next game, Midshipman. Wonder what that's like. Kind of a more challenging 40 thieves. Now, half the cards on the board are face up, the others are not revealed yet. And you also have to move one card at a time and make sure it's in the same suit when stacked. You know what would be even harder? If 40 thieves with some cards face up and some face down, and moving them one card at a time. That would be frustrating, wouldn't it? I didn't know why I did that. Oh. See. Let's move on to the next game. Poker English. Ooh, let's see what that's like. So, kind of like poker in the favorites section. But look at the difference. 1 pair equals 1, 2 pair equals 3, flush equals 5, 3 of a kind 6, full house 10, straight 12, 4 of a kind 16, straight flush 30, and the score is 230 instead of 725. Wow. Same. So there are some games I would recommend and some that I don't recommend on this. I'm making move on to the next game, Red and Black. And this one is kind of unusual because you have to put a red 2 on a black ace and a black 2 on a red ace, just like how you would put a black 7 on a red 8. I mean, how cool is that? Oh, and while all the aces are up for you, so you don't have to worry too much about them, but you still have 96 cards to worry about. But for me, I have 88 left. And yet I'm making quick progress. Only 68 to go, and I have 1 out of 7 foundations complete. Make that 2 down, 6 to go, and 64 cards to go. 49 to go. And, or make that 46, and 3 down, 5 to go. $36 cards to put up, 4 down, 4 to go. $30 cards to put up, 5 foundations down to go. You know, I'm gonna put this at rest and move on to the next game, Sir Tommy. This looks like to be the same as the Auld Lang Syne, except you get to draw 1 card at a time instead of a whole row. So maybe you'll get a win or something. And all the aces are up. I have 1 foundation complete. And I should have mentioned this in Auld Lang Syne. You can put any 5 on a 4 in the foundation pile. Doesn't make any sense, but the game is what it is. I still have 26 cards to put up. We'll move on to the next game, Sly Fox. This is the median game I mostly play, and just like in St. Helena, half of the aces are here, half of the kings are there, and you... Ooh, that... Attention, you may now continue to play up cards from the waste piles. I've seen that message before millions of times, and I still don't know what that means. And I have 78 cards to put up. that message again. And I still have 67 cards to put up. I mean, it's not doing any justice for me today. Oh, what was that? Probably a text message or something. Oh, it's so frustrating. Let's just get this up. I can't believe it. Looks like these solitaire games are more complicated than I thought. Hopefully my games will take it easy in my next episode. See you for part 4. This is Mr. Theater, signing out of Mr. Theater Reacts. Oh boy.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days